Hey guys, it's Michelle again, and today I'm just gonna do a little whip and chat. I am still working on Home is Where the Magic Is from Randall Spangler, and so this week I had done a whole bunch of unboxings of some older kits that I had taken some toolkits out of them and not actually unboxed them, so I just kind of threw a bunch of them together, and I had several Spanglers, so that's why the week of Spangler is how I put it, I guess. That was my week of videos and why I did it this week. Anyway, not that that really matters, but so I have a funny story. Not funny, it was terrible, but when you look back at it, you know, after something happens, it always kind of, there's a little humor to it. Well, you gotta hope that you can laugh at yourself, I guess. Anyhow, what happened was, when I was doing those videos, I had a cup of coffee sitting on my table over here next to me, and the canvas, one of the canvases was pretty large, and I knocked the coffee over with the canvas, and I thought it just went on the floor, and I thought, well, I'll just get the shampooer and clean it up when I'm finished. So I finished doing that video, and then I got up to clean up the mess, and the coffee had spilled all over my Elizabeth Ward tray of drills. Almost every single one of them had coffee in them, inside the little things. Let me show you. Well, I guess you can't really tell now. I cleaned them up the best I could. You see how they're stuck to the, it's not static. That's because there's still coffee on them. I took towels and dried them the best I could. And cleaned all the containers out. But when I pour these, see how they stick to the, when I pour these into the tray, they're all clumped together, and oh, it's a mess. And it's like this in a whole bunch of these, Thankfully, I'm getting close to the end of this, this kit. So, most of the drills are okay, and those that I just showed you, they were the worst of them. But I had another bag that I added to them, because when I poured them into the tray, it was such a mess. They were so clumped up together, I couldn't, there was no way to multi-place at all. They were just, and I don't have one of those things that you put the drills in that kind of breaks them apart. I don't have one. I could see that maybe that would come in handy. Oh my God, I spent like 5 hours cleaning up that mess, I dumped every one of the drills out and cleaned them off with towels. Excuse me. And then cleaned out each one of the the little containers, and put the drills back in. And oh my gosh, it took me until like 2 in the morning to finish cleaning them out. So it was a huge mess, all because I had a cup of coffee sitting there when I was flopping my canvas around, and oh my God. So warning, I guess, just be careful, because it was just black coffee. There was no cream or sugar or anything in it, so it was just coffee. And oh my gosh, the drills, they stick together. They're all dry, but they don't want to, you know, spread out in the tray like they did before. They want to clump together now. So, and I put little pieces of dryer sheet in there thinking maybe that might help. No, it didn't. Oh, what a mess I just made of those drills. So, yeah, spilled drinks on drills don't go well together, guys. And just, to save anyone else from the hassle of trying to find out, just don't. Not that I think any of you are going to dump your drinks on your drills to find out, but, just in case anyone had a wild notion to go and do something silly like that, don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. Oh my goodness. So, today is actually Thursday, but this will go up tomorrow. So my husband will be on vacation at the end of the day you're watching this. He's taking vacation because next Tuesday is our 24th anniversary. Our anniversary is the 6th of February, and I don't know why, but I just kind of lost my train of thought when I said that. Oh my gosh. It just, 24 years. It feels like it's been, maybe 5 or 10 years. I mean, I know my kids are grown up and, it should feel like a lifetime, right? But it doesn't. It just, and I don't really, God, I remember my life before him, but barely. We've been together for so long. I can't even imagine my life without him in it. And he's such a wonderful man. So yeah, we're not doing anything special. We're not going anywhere. Excuse me. We live in Illinois. Most of you probably know that. And the weather is pretty icky here in February. So he usually just takes a day or two off. And we just spend some time together. So that's what we intend to do this time also, is just spend the time together. Just, focus on each other. We will, we tend to game a little bit on the Xbox. We're kind of, I wouldn't say we're gamers because we usually only play on the weekends, but we do play almost every weekend. But he doesn't have a lot of time during the week, so we don't usually much during the week. But we are, I don't know, even after 24 years, I look forward to him coming home every evening. And so I know that he is my soulmate, because after all this time, I still want to see him every day. I can't wait for him to come home, and I miss him when he's gone. So, I am really thankful that I have that in my life, Anyway, point is, he took a vacation because he had a week's vacation from last year still that he hadn't used up. So he took vacation time, and we are going to hang out here, maybe get some things done around the house, and just spend some time together. Oh, okay. I thought I popped up a drill, but it was one of the drills I was working with. Anyway, there's always things when you own a house. There's always things that need to be done, and things kind of pile up in areas. Well, they do in my house anyway. They need to be sorted and cleaned up and put away, and I don't know. We always have something that needs to be done. So I'm sure we'll take care of some things like that, because my husband is, he doesn't sit very well. He, like when we watch TV together, usually we watch about 5 minutes of TV and he's up getting a snack, or he's up headed to the bathroom, or, he just can't sit. And I know if you got to go to the bathroom, you got to go, but he just doesn't sit well. So anything to get up and move around. he's 50 years old. So, I mean, it's not like he's young and can't just sit and watch TV, or like he's, I mean, he's not young, but he's not old either. I don't know. I guess I'm just blabbering, but I can sit and watch television for hours if it's something good, something that I enjoy watching. He's not so good at it. We watch a movie and it takes us like an hour and a half movie takes us like 3 hours to watch because he's always getting up and running off to do something. So yeah, I always tease him that, I can't do anything with him because I always tell him his ADHD has too much control over him. So he can't do anything at all. So anyway, I spoke with my daughter the other day, and she has 3 little boys, and she was telling me some funny stories that I thought I would share. So, well, she didn't think they were funny, but she has a 5-year-old who he's always been kind of the one to get into everything, and, he kind of can't sit still either. So, I'm not sure if her brother was watching the boys or what was going on, but he got into the freezer and got a bag of flour out and just dumped it all over in her house. And flour it's powdery and it's hard to clean it up. If you ever spill flour, it's a mess. So she was a little frustrated with him. And then, so she cleaned up the mess, I believe, and then she laid down to take a nap right in the same room with him, and he had his tablet, so she thought, he should be good. I'm right here. If he gets in anything, it'll wake me up. She woke up, and he had a box of cereal. He was smashing into her couch about 2 feet from her head, she said. The poor girl. She works full time. She's a welder. I'm really proud of her. That's what she's wanted to do for a long time, and she's doing it. So I'm really proud of her. She's doing really well. And anyway, I just think it's hilarious because I look back. I know when my youngest son was a baby. Well, not a baby. He was a toddler. And I don't remember what I was doing, cleaning the house or something. And I went into my bathroom and found him and his little cousin his cousin was about maybe 6 months older than him. 6 to 8 months older, something like that. And they had went into my bathroom and found a little tray of nail polish that I had in there. And they painted my bathroom with nail polish. And I remember going in there and seeing it. The toilet seat was completely covered with nail polish. The floor had nail polish all over the tiles. I mean, there was nail polish everywhere. And I'll never forget telling my husband, call your parents and tell them to come and get this child. And all I could do when my daughter was telling me about this mess that her little guy made was tell her that, be thankful that it's just a mess that you can vacuum up, because the messes that they make when they get older are so, so much worse. You can't clean them up with a vacuum and a new box of cereal or, a new bag of flour. It's so, so much harder when they get older and it's a car that they've wrecked and it's a car you have to replace, and, scared to death that it's their head that will be smashed and not cereal, the worries get so much bigger when your children get older. And now my kids are grown up. they don't always act like it. But especially my youngest is, he's 23. He'll be 24 this spring in May. And he's very immature for his age. We think that when I lost my oldest son, his emotional growth kind of stunted at that time. Anyway, I've spoken to my therapist about it quite a bit, actually, because I worry about him so much. He's gotten into a little trouble. He's definitely had issues driving. He has ADHD, and it's pretty severe. It's not like, you know, some kids, you think, well, geez, there's nothing wrong with this kid. And they're like, oh, they've got ADHD. They can't focus. They da-da-da-da-da. No. This kid has ADHD. He doesn't stop talking. I mean, ever. And when he was young, he went from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. He was into, there was no, you know, like the nail polish thing, there was no walking away from him. He was a difficult child. So, yeah, he was 13 when my oldest son passed away, when he was killed. And my therapist thinks that it's possible that his emotional growth was stunted at that time, he stopped growing emotionally at that time. And so right now he's 23, almost 24, and he still kind of behaves like that 13-year-old boy that, you know, that was, you know, just beginning to grow up at that point. So, you know, we see improvements in him here and there, but he still would like to spend his time just playing video games, and, you know, he can't seem to keep a job, and he doesn't know when to shut his mouth, and, you know, things like that, you know, usually people outgrow when they, you know, become an adult and get a little life experience. And he doesn't, I don't know, he just doesn't seem to learn from his mistakes sometimes. So I don't know, we're going to get him into some counseling and see if maybe somebody can make him understand, maybe therapy could make him understand, you know, a different way to look at things or to deal with things. And hopefully, you know, hopefully it'll get better for him, because I'm kind of afraid that he won't be able to handle life on his own otherwise. You know, he depends on us a lot. He moved from our house to his sister's. So he's still never had, you know, a place of his own. And I don't know, it's hard for us to come to this conclusion, because when I was 17, I was on my own. Not because my parents made me, but because I didn't want to listen to them anymore. I wanted to be on my own, you know. And he was just fine living under our roof for, you know, forever. So, you know, I don't know. It just seems so odd to us. My other two, they were ready to move out, you know. They didn't want to be here and have to follow mom and dad's rules. So, anyway, how many of you have kids and have these, you know, sort of incidences that happen, funny or not, you know, sometimes you know, it's easy for me as grandma to look at it and chuckle about some flour being spilled when I'm sure she was furious. And, you know, but, you know, I've got 3 kids that I've raised, and we've had, you know, different issues, you know, like car accidents, and even police have been involved a couple of times, and, you know, so, you know, the consequences of their actions get a whole lot bigger when they get older, and they get out in the world, and it's scary, you know, and everything they do, you kind of feel like it's your fault. So, you know, when they go off the rails, mom usually goes off the rails too. So yeah, you know, nothing serious going on. I'm just was thinking about the things she told me, and thinking about how, you know, when my kids were young, and I thought, oh my gosh, these kids are so bad, and you know, and then they grow up, and you think, oh, I wish they were just little kids again. Any of you out there have kids that are at that stage, or teenagers? Oh gosh, teenagers was when it started to get bad. I remember when they were toddlers, and I thought, oh, these kids, you know, they're horrible. And then when they became teenagers, and I thought, oh gosh, I wish they were little again. And now they're grown up, and you can't tell them anything. And sometimes you just wish that, you know, you just wish that, you know, that you could set them down and say, look, this is the way it is, and they would have to listen to you, but they don't have to listen to you anymore. So, yeah, I don't know. It's, you know, a whole thing that parents have to learn to let go at some point, and it's not an easy thing. So, now my daughter, on the other hand, her kids are still young, so she's still got to put up with them for a long time. Well, I mean, we all do, right? Because it's not like they ever go away. And if they do, we don't want that either. So anyway, let's focus on something else. So my husband and I have been watching this show called Brothers and Sisters. Does anybody watch that? Sally Fields is the matriarch of the family. And we like it, but I don't know, maybe it's just our age group, but it's kind of like a soap opera, evening soap opera kind of thing. Their family owns this business, and the dad dies, so the kids are grown, and they are running the business, and she was a stay-at-home mom, so she's got to kind of find her new life after he's gone. And, you know, I don't know, it's a pretty good show. Usually we watch things like Dexter. I don't know if, you know, how many people have watched that, but we were big fans of Dexter and Breaking Bad, and we used to watch a lot of Law and Order SVU or Criminal Minds. Criminal Minds was a big one. We've watched that a lot. Stuff like that. That's usually the kind of TV stuff we watch. Of course, I love Harry Potter. Everybody knows that I'm a big Harry Potter fan. So I'll watch Harry Potter anytime anybody wants to watch it. I've been listening on audiobook to Michael Cohen's books, Betrayal and Revenge, I think they're called. It's his story about working for Donald Trump and all that. They're actually pretty interesting books. if you are at all interested in that sort of thing. Not that I want to get into politics on the channel or anything, but they're pretty interesting. I don't know. I guess I don't really know what else to say about that. I've listened to both of them on audiobook, and they were pretty good. So, I don't know. What do you guys, anybody that reads out there, that's listening, what kind of books do you read? I'm kind of looking for something to, I have, Audible and Prime. I don't have the, what is it called? Kindle Unlimited, I think, through Prime. But I have Prime, so I can get the books that are through Prime free. I usually read those books. Like I read at night when I go to bed, and if I wake up in the night, I'll read a little bit to go back to sleep. So, you know, I don't read a ton of books, but usually a couple of books a month. And I tend to end up going back to starting the Harry Potter series over, or like the 50 Shades. I've bought all of these books and I really like them, so I'll reread them. Or like the Hunger Games, I've read them several times. Stuff like that. The Twilight series, I've read a couple of times, but I like the others better, I guess. But I like a good crime story, something with twists and turns, something that's going to surprise me or shock me, you know, that kind of thing is our cop story, you know. So anybody got any books that they've read that, you know, any suggestions, that'd be cool if you want to leave them down in the comment section. I had kind of planned on doing another whip and chat soon and finishing the tag questions that I had started last time. But then I kind of wanted to talk about these stories that my daughter was telling me about. And so I just thought, well, I'll just do a regular old whip and chat and throw this stuff out there, I guess. Stories about kids are just always, well, usually pretty funny, so they're usually entertaining. Yeah, I don't think you can probably see, oh, maybe it wasn't this color. No, because I can barely see it on here. I was thinking this was one of them. One of my blues that's similar to this. You can see the coffee spots on some of the drills. This one looks okay. This might have been one of the colors that didn't get hit too bad. But one of them, you could see the like little coffee splatters on some of them. So I had to pick and choose which ones to use. I'm hoping I have enough without actually having to soak them in water or something to get the coffee off. That's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but I don't know. I thought, well, it's just coffee. There's nothing else in it, so it shouldn't be sticky or anything, but boy, they sure do stick together regardless, so I don't know. So, yeah. My son is calling. Anyway, he's probably, what do they say? Your ears are burning or something like that when someone's talking about you. He probably knows I was talking about him. Anyway, so one of my viewers, I just realized recently, has a channel of their own. I didn't know that he had a channel. So he's made some comments, several comments on my videos, and I appreciate every one of them. And I can't remember his name now, but I believe Echoes of Color is his channel name. And I had seen that on there before, and it didn't occur to me that he did videos. I don't know. I guess I'm just mental. But he's had a channel for, it looks like, quite a while now. So I just thought I'd, say hello out there. I did check out his channel and I subscribed. So, yeah, I'll kind of keep an eye on that and watch a few videos of his now. I don't usually check to see, if somebody has a channel. I guess it really didn't occur to me because I've looked up so many times different things about diamond painting, and I don't know, I get, certain ones that pop up all the time, and I guess I didn't realize that there were as many people out there doing videos on this as what there are, because there seems to be so many now. But yeah, I don't know. This next week, there's going to be more of the unboxings of the older canvases that I have. And then I'm going to start unboxing, not necessarily all new ones. There are actually a couple of new ones for next week too. I have the newest Harry Potter one coming up. I don't think the newest one, yeah, I haven't put that one out yet, I don't think. But I've got them all done because next week my husband's going to be on vacation. I already said that. And I didn't want to have to do the videos while he was off work. So I pre-recorded everything except this one. And this one, I just decided I needed one more video to fill the week. So I decided this was what I would do. So here I am. So, yeah, I don't know. We have to go and pick up my mom's car today. We had to take it in to be fixed. Someone hit her car when they were still home. My parents go to Florida they're snowbirds, they call them. They go to, well, they had been going to Texas, to Galveston, in the wintertime. They go for 3 months, so they go right after Christmas, and they go until the end of March. So through January, February, and March. And then, anyway, somebody hit their car, was backing up at the vet's office and hit their car just shortly before they left. And they couldn't get it in before they left to be repaired. So we had to take it in. And now it's done, so we've got to go back to town and pick it up for them. But anyway, we have to do that this week. And I have to go in and see my daughter Friday morning. And then I have a whole week that I get to just do whatever I want to do. And I am so looking forward to it. Just being lazy and watching TV and playing video games and eating what we feel like eating. Maybe go out for dinner a time or two, or, just doing whatever we want to do without any real responsibility. So that is what our plans are for our vacation, is just to enjoy our life, I guess, for a week. Not that, like, you should enjoy your life all the time, I suppose, but it makes it harder to do when you've got responsibilities to deal with all the time. So anyway, I guess I'm kind of running out of things to talk about. So this kit that I'm doing, I've been working on it for over a month now, just over a month. And I was hoping to get it finished by the end of January. It is a big kit. This one, Home is Where the Magic Is, Randall Spangler. It is the one with the big house. It's the wintertime one. And I've gotten all of it. Let me lift you up here so you can see. Oh. Show you what I have left here. So this spot right here. So this is the spot I'm working on right here. And then up to here and down to here. That's rectangle right there is what is left of this canvas. So there's not a huge area left, and I should be able to do it within the next, I don't know, probably the next few days to a week. But I don't know how much I'll be able to work on it while he's home. Sometimes he'll do something and let me work on my diamond paintings, and sometimes he just demands my attention and I can't get anything done. So it depends. But I'm hoping that I can get this done within, fairly soon, because I didn't want to have this much time into this, but I was really hoping to get 20 to 25 kits done, and I'm gonna have to work on some small kits if I'm gonna get that many done. If I'm gonna spend a month on the big kits, I don't think, there's no way I can get that many kits done if I'm doing these big ones. So it just takes me too long. So I don't know how many I'll end up getting finished, but I get frustrated with myself when I put a time frame on it, because then I feel like I have to rush, and I hate rushing. And I don't know. So it takes the enjoyment out of it, I feel like, So, and I have other things I have to do besides sit and diamond paint. Unfortunately, because I'd like to just sit and diamond paint all the time. Anybody else like that? Anybody else just want to diamond paint and not have to do anything else? I don't know. It's terrible, huh? So anyway, I suppose I should probably let you guys go. So this won't be a super long whip and chat, but I don't need to keep rattling off when I don't have much interesting to say. So anywho, I suppose that's enough for today. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye, guys.